Hi everyone, so today I'll be starting the chapter coordinate geometry. So the coordinate, what do you mean by coordinate? Have you come across in 9th class? Now the coordinates are two parameters used for locating a point in the Cartesian plane. Now what is Cartesian plane? The Cartesian plane is a two-dimensional plane. So if I divide this plane into four regions by two mutually perpendicular lines, then this plane is divided into four regions, and then this plane is known as Cartesian plane, and this horizontal line is known as the x-axis, as you know. So it's denoted by x, and the point of intersection is the origin. So x, O, x dash, and this is the vertical one is the y-axis, y, y dash. So you have come across this Cartesian plane. Now, so when you want to know the position of a point, what we do with the help of a coordinates. That is, coordinates is suppose a point P, we give coordinates in this way x and y, where the first one, the first parameter x is known as the abscissa, and the second parameter is known as the ordinate. And what are these actually? Suppose a point is here P, then abscissa or x coordinate means that its distance from the y-axis, vertical perpendicular distance from the y-axis. So this distance is known as the, so if I drop it on the x-axis, so this distance, suppose this is the x, y is the coordinate. So this is the perpendicular distance from the y-axis, and this abscissa and ordinate is the perpendicular distance of the point from the x-axis. So this is your y, and this is the ordinate, and this is the abscissa. And together, when I write in this way, abscissa comma ordinate, then this is known as the coordinates. So coordinates is a set of a pair of two parameters which help you to locate the position of point in the Cartesian plane. That is, how far it is above or below the x-axis, or how far it is on the right hand side or left hand side of the y-axis. So in this way we can knowing the position of a point in the Cartesian plane, the coordinates are necessary. So this is about the coordinates. So in coordinate geometry, what we do, we deal with the geometric figures like say triangle or say parallelogram, etc., whose vertices, these vertices are the points which will have some coordinates, and we'll be dealing with these coordinates of the vertices. Okay, hence the name coordinate geometry, and sometimes it's known as analytical geometry because okay. So with the help of this coordinates of point, we will proceed in this chapter. So the first formula that will come across in this chapter is the distance formula. So what is distance formula? That is, if I know the coordinates of 2 points in a plane, then we'll be able to find out the distance between the 2 points, okay, with the help of that formula. So like this, suppose let me now erase this one. So this is the Cartesian plane. Okay, so let me take 2 points. Let me take 2 points. Say here one is say P, and say another point is say Q, and whose coordinates are given, or you know the coordinates. It is x1, y1, and its coordinate is x2, y2. Then the distance between these 2 points PQ will be known by the distance formula. And how we derive the distance formula, you see. So when I know the coordinates of a point, that means if I drop a perpendicular, so by the definition, this much is your x1, and if I drop this another perpendicular, this length will be your x2 by definition, as I've told you earlier. And similarly, if I drop a perpendicular, say R, and say this is PM or N, okay? So what will be y1? Y1 will be this distance. This is your y1, that is how far from that is y x-axis, and similarly this one will be your y2. Okay. So this we know about the dimensions. Now this is a rectangle. This is a rectangle, so the PR will be equal to MN and PM will be equal to RN. The opposite sides of the rectangle will be equal. So RM is y1, so this distance will be also y1. And what about this MN? MN will be x2 minus x1, as obvious from the figure. So what we do, then we can apply Pythagoras theorem in this right triangle. So by Pythagoras theorem, in the right triangle PQR, we can have this equation: PQ square is PR square plus QR square. PQ square, what is PR? Now PR is equal to MN, the opposite side, so it is your x2 minus x1 whole square. And what is QR? This QR, obviously this one will be your y2 minus y1, obvious from the diagram, so it is y2 minus y1 whole square. So therefore, if I take square root, so PQ will be, distance is positive, so I am taking the positive root, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is the distance formula. That is, if I know the coordinates of 2 points, then with the help of this formula I will be able to find out the distance between the 2 points PQ without even looking at the diagram. So okay, that is sufficient. So for example, let suppose we have a point, say AB, or let me take PQ only, no problem. So P is the coordinate of the P is given to be, say 2, say 4, and another point Q whose coordinate is given to be, say 4, 1, right? So then with the help of this distance formula, we very easily can find out the distance between P and Q, the point P and Q, or the segment PQ, which will be your, you see, difference of the abscissa whole square plus difference of the ordinate whole square. So here let me take 4 minus 2. This is actually, this is your x2, and say this is y2, and say this is x1 and this is y1. So x2 minus x1 will be 4 minus 2 whole square plus y2 is 1 minus 4 whole square. I can just put the values in the formula. So in this way we can find out the distance between the point P and Q, or PQ. 4 minus 2 whole square is 2 square, that is 4, plus it is here 4 minus 3 whole square is 9, so it is under root 13 unit. So root 13 unit will be the distance between the points P and Q. Okay, so now we'll be showing you some application of the distance formula. Okay. Now let us see this question. Determine if the points this and this are collinear. Okay. So let's see how we solve this with the help of this distance formula. So first of all, we give names to the points. So let A is your 1, 5, and B is your 2, 3, and the third point we take is C, minus 2, minus 11, that we have taken. Now you see, for determining if the 3 points are collinear or not, we have to understand some basic concept. Suppose 3 points are collinear. Say A, B, C. Collinear means the points lie on a straight line. So if 3 points are collinear, so obviously you see sum of two segments, that is AB plus BC will be equal to AC. Obviously this plus this will be AC. They have to be. But if they are not collinear, suppose like this, they are not collinear, then sum of this plus this will be always bigger. As you know, the side inequality of triangle, suppose this is A, B, C, then AB plus BC will be greater than the third side. Okay, so this condition will be fulfilled for collinear points, and this condition will fulfill for non-collinear points. Okay, that is the basic idea with which I will be able to determine whether the points are collinear or not. So, though I have given the name A, B, C, but I don't know, they may not be in this order. They may be in different order. So, main thing I should say, that is the sum of the two smaller segments should be equal to the longest segment. That should I write instead of, okay, for explaining I have written this. So that's why what will I do? I'll first have to find out this AB, BC and AC, and then I'll check whether the condition is fulfilled or not. And so I can find out AB by distance formula. This distance formula I'll be using. So by distance formula, what is distance formula? Let me write down again. D is equal to under root. You see, difference of the ordinate whole square, so abscissa whole square plus difference of the ordinate whole square, but the order should be same. If you subtract 1 from 2, then here also it should be, that is, if it is 2, 1, it should be 2, 1. If 2, 1, 1, 2 is not possible. That you have to maintain. Okay? Okay. So now, so with this formula, let me first find out the distance between A and B, AB. So, what will be AB formula? So, this is AB. So, let me take this minus this I'll be doing. Okay, so 2 is x2, so it's x1. So, 2 minus 1 whole square plus now this 3 minus 5. Order should be same. I am subtracting these coordinates from these coordinates. Okay, so this we can find out. So, what is the value? Under root 2 minus 1 whole square, 1 plus 3 minus 5 is minus 2 whole square is 4. So it is root 5 unit. Okay. Then let me find out BC, distance between the point B and C. Let me erase this. Okay. So for B and C, let me again say B and C. So again minus 2, you see, minus 2 whole square plus I'll take minus 11 minus 3 whole square. Got the thing? So under root minus 4 whole square is 16 plus how much it is? 11 plus 3, 14 whole square, 196. So it is how much it is? 212 unit. Okay. Is it okay? No, I see. It's okay. Next, we have to find AC. So AC again between this and this. So minus 2 minus 1. Minus 2 minus 1 whole square plus minus 11 minus 5 whole square under root 3 whole 9 plus 16 is 256 under root, it is how much? You take 4, 60, 65, 265 unit. So now we have to now check whether sum of two smaller segment is equal to the third or not. That we have to see. this is the checking for this I have to check. Or you should write better that sum of two smaller segments. Now obviously these two are smaller. So now since root 5 plus root 212 is not equal to root 265, obviously, because these are irrational numbers, they will not be equal to. Therefore we say the points A, B, C are not collinear. In this way checked. Okay. So in this way check.